If you fear death, which most of us in the West do to some extent, and probably not just in the West, but in the West, we tend to hide it away in the dark corners of reality and only face it when we have to and avoid talking about it and treat it as though it is a pariah, when in fact it's obviously a part of the human experience. But if you fear death, I think there's a different way to look at it that might help to alleviate some of those fears and shift the way we treat it in the Western culture, at least. Consider your birth. You spent up to 9 months in a warm, safe, comforting sleeping bag of fluid that was kept at the perfect temperature, that supplied all of the food you ever needed. Your waste was just carried away from you. You didn't have to think about it. You didn't have to do anything to alleviate yourself of it. It just happened on its own. There was a warm being just beyond your reach that always provided comfort and was always present. Never alone were you, always in the presence of this being, always warm, always safe, and always confident that this would be your home. This was what you were. This is who you were. And then suddenly, one day, out of nowhere, a few contractions send you through a torture tunnel to this new reality that is cold and isolated, where you spend a lot of time by yourself, where you don't hear that voice anymore, where you have to cry and scream for food. Imagine the homesickness we all felt. Imagine the sorrow. And yet, after some time, after an adjustment period, we start to get used to this new dimension. We start to appreciate the ways of the world. We start to become a part of the world. We start to accept what is required to be comfortable in this world. Do we always get what we want? Of course not. But we learn. And soon, this dimension, this earth, this place where we breathe air, is all we know. It is our womb. And we know in the recesses of our mind that it's not going to last, that one day, maybe tomorrow, maybe in 50 years, we will be taken out again. We will be evicted against our will and with no timeline at all. So, what if rather than looking at that eviction as a terrifying thing that is either the end completely or something to be avoided, we look at it as what the last death was, which was finding ourselves in a new dimension that was challenging to become acclimated to, but once we did, became our home, became the only place we ever want to know, became the place we don't want to let go of, no matter what our circumstances are. Most of us want to be in this world that we're in. And so, what if we start to realize that the next world, the next dimension, the next breathing apparatus that we have, the next body that we inhabit will be exactly the same. It will take time to acclimate, but in time, we will acclimate, and suddenly it will be the only dimension we ever knew and the only one we want to keep. And we will hold it, or maybe we won't. Maybe instead we will learn to loosen the fist, hold the bird in the hand, let it fly, because it will come back, probably in a new form, but it will come back and we will love it just as much. Maybe that's death. And maybe that would help us to be able to receive death and to be present with death for ourselves and for those around us in a way that is challenging for most of us as it stands now. If you like my messages, I leave them every day, so please feel free to come back tomorrow, and please like and subscribe if you are inclined, because it helps me very much. Thank you.